Hello, my name is Franz and today I will going to show you our new DWarp tool using tracking. First, let's have a look at our sequence. As you can see, we have severely warps here in this area. On the door you can see it very well. So what we are going to do is now adding a tracking to this. To add tracking, I go here on my timeline to the plus symbol, go to the tracking and select track points. This will insert a tracker track and a tracking filter over the timeline. Since the first frame is never the best or hardly ever the best, I go to the third frame, and on this frame I'm going to detect my tracking points. So what I go here is this region is telling me to extract tracking keyframes automatically, and with this settings I can set the minimum reliability of the tracking points and the minimum distance. So what I'm going to do is just draw a square over this, and it will automatically find a lot of tracking points in there. So I repeat this for these areas over here, and once I have enough tracking points, I try the track all feature. So this will track now over the time my points. You see in yellow the tracking of the points, so they are more or less averaged over the time. So if one or a few tracking points are not working very well, we don't have to care. If there is one which you really don't like, you can just select it and delete it from the GUI. So what we want to do here is now to DWarp based on this tracking information. So in this case, I go in here to my filter track above of the track points, go to my plus symbol again. Inside the stabilization group we have the filter called DWarp. I click on it, it will be inserted on my timeline, and it automatically connects to my tracker 1, which is just below. If I set it to auto, it would use internal warping motion detection. If I use now tracker 1, it will calculate the warping out of the tracking information. I could use reference image auto, so it would automatically select the reference image. In this case, probably it will be the first one, first frame. I prefer actually the second frame, so I would put my reference frame to this. I will set a reference frame here. Actually, there is one already, so I cleared this. So I will set the second frame as reference frame. I can have multiple reference frames. I can have a reference frame on the first frame and on the last frame, which allows me to DWarp just a piece of a shot and not the whole shot without creating any jumps. So let's render this. I can also control the amount of the DWarping with the correction level, but I'm starting here with the default. So let's play the result actually. So now we have the DWarped version. Let's do a side by side that you can see it more clearly, side by side horizontally, and let's zoom in a little bit into the door. And here you, on the right side, you have the DWarped version, and on the left side you have the original version. So you can see now that the overall warping has been reduced a lot, but the object motion of the lady here is preserved very well. Thanks for listening to my DWarp with tracking tutorial.